You know, I think it's, obviously we're mourning his loss, the loss of Ronald Reagan. I think it's a shame that the media is now all of a sudden portraying him as the wonderful human being he was, whereas when he was in the presidency, it was all about the politics. And I know that he's a politician, the president, that's what we focus on, but now in all the retrospectives, it's all about what a great guy he was, how much he loved his wife. I would have liked to heard more of that when he was alive.
Surprise, shock, you know, I mean, shock's probably too strong a word, but surprise, I mean, but yeah, I don't know. It's quite a gear shift.
Well, I don't think it's weird for us to be here. I think it's great for us to be here. You know, he's 93, he had a long, full life. You know, Alzheimer's is a very difficult thing to deal with, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's rough. I'm just glad he's moving on to rest, and God bless him and his soul and his family. Let them be comforted, and we leave it at that.
Well, I mean, he led us in, helped us through the Cold War, and he's a tremendous leader. And you know, my thoughts and prayers are with his family. But I'm sure he's in heaven.
Presenting things with them, going to the grocery store together. So did you get like a tractor to deal with them?
It was a long, hard fight for Ron at the end, and he's a great president, and his place in history is secure, and he can now rest. So, you know, to that great yippee-ki-yay in the sky for Ronald Reagan, I'm sure he'll be at home on the range and in a much better place.
Well, you're asking me the question on the day. I mean, I just found out a few hours ago that Ronald Reagan passed away. So, to me, it's a moment for partisanship to just dissolve away and for a kind of national unity. I mean, this man was one of the presidents of our country. He served. He was reelected. He was. I mean, I'm a proud lifelong Democrat, but this man was one of the most popular presidents in the country's history. I mean, if you believe any of them, I mean, if you just look at the amount of people who voted for him. So, and he's a towering figure in the American political landscape. So I look forward to seeing the retrospectives about his life and reflecting about what his impact really was. And you know, there'll be plenty of time to argue finer points about this, that, or the other thing. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a sad moment for our. Have you seen? You know who this is?
How are you?
I'm well. It's nice to see you.
Hi.
He went to a Prince concert with my daughter and my wife the other night. I couldn't go.
Well, I mean, I think it very much depends what side of the political steps you
wacky
fall.
for
I mean, my family are heavily left-wing, so
wacky, I might
you know, much as I'm, it's not my end of the politics really. But obviously, I wish his family very well.
Pootie Tang will whoop your ass. I gotta see somebody I wouldn't see normally. Where Brittany? Brittany here?
No, she's not there.
It's just somebody, I remember my mom being in the kitchen going, oh, damn that Reagan. So I know the name so well that
when I think of Ronald Reagan, I think 80s, and the 80s is real close to me. And so that whole chapter of my life is now kind of put away.
Jimmy Carter's still here.
He was 70s.
Oh, okay.
The 80s was, you know, good fun, brand new rock and roll kind of upbeat music, you know, John Hughes films, Atari.
Yeah.
And Ronald Reagan.
It's always sad when people die.